Hello, my name is Isabella. I'm going to talk about economic inequality, but what is this? This is the distinct distribution of income, assets of welfare among all inhabitants, as explained by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Economic inequality is a deep footprint that is eroding basic rights to global citizenship. It affects us all. Not acting is not an option. 99% of the world's population has less wealth than the 1% more affront of the planet's population. Increasingly, we see the big difference between rich and poor, and it's sad to realize that the rich do not care about inequality. If this continues to be a hook factor, whether political, social, military, ecological, or in terms of health, inequality undermines social cohesion and sense of community, and even a popular willingness to protect the environment. An example of inequality is the case of Kenya's largest landfill, which is located a few miles from Nairobi's business center, and every day hundreds of trucks haul waste from the capital's wealthy neighborhoods, hotel and restaurant to that place. Kenya is a country of great social inequalities because the majority of the population has not a state pension plan or health coverage. Nearly 40% survive on less than $2 a day. At the same time, the country has more than 90,000 millions in state dollars or joint layers among them. For a Kenyan to earn the wage of an average American, we will have to work for nearly 20 years. At first, it was thought that inequality was necessary for growth and productivity, but we began to understand that excessive inequality could be a moral problem. Inequality is the result of the opportunities that life brings from the starting point, but also opportunity or a stroke of bad luck and equality really damage society. The important thing to eradicate poverty is not only to invest in education, health, and infrastructure, but also to transform countries socially so that there is really economic development. Another example is the United States, which is one of the richest countries in the world and one of the most unequal industrial nations. The rich are getting older and the poor are getting less and less. Over the past 38 years, there has been hook growth, but the poorest 50% have not benefited. While people with money practice consumerism prefer where they are one step away from becoming homeless, and the worst thing about it is that they are not aware of where that waste goes. There are low-income people who say is in those weights a job opportunity, where in Brooklyn, a person who recycles plastic bottles is earning a day 75 dollars a day. In New York, there is a non-profit recycling center called Search Weekend. It is a unique place with the doors open, where not only boxers and could but they sort the cans to earn more money, where you exchange 5 cents and recover the dignity and value of each human. In poor communities, there is incredible transformation power, and it must be borne in mind the poor is not the one who lacks natural resources, nor well means having abundance in money. Rich is the person who can participate in decision making and directing your own life, and a life that's getting out of poverty. We could say that in a way, Gerber doesn't not exist, but it is something that is between one use and the next. The culture that we have makes us go faster and faster, act faster, and among all this speed we generate mountains or garbage. The rich produce more garbage, they consume more resources, so they pollute more. That is why the ecological footprint of the inhabitants of industrialized countries is much greater than that of pure countries. An economy that is too unequal is an economy that will not make the investment needed to flourish in the future. Human prosperity has two sides. The first is that we all need food, water, housing, education, health, the basic to life, what we know as human rights. And the other side is our planet. We need a stable climate, a fertile soil, just ocean healthy, a protective ozone layer. We need to eliminate poverty and extreme inequality and create a sustainable future, both of them to hand in hand.